Welcome into the Olympic Ice Arena down at the island for the CHE Men's Division III matchup between the Robert Morris Colonials and the St. Vincent Bearcats. I am Andrew Keel, alongside me Cody Barr, as we get ready for the Colonials' second divisional matchup of the season, taking on Pitt Johnstown last weekend, losing 6-3. On the other side, St. Vincent with their second divisional game of the season as they beat Kent State 2-1 last weekend. As in net for the St. Vincent is, as I'm sure not a lot of people would argue, one of the best goalies to ever come out of the CHED3 in Vinny Amatucci.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he has some pretty good stats from last year's 15-6-1-1 with 6 shutouts, 2.29 goals against, and a 9.27 save percentage. The Colonials got to be on top of their game to take on Amatucci. And who's your key for the Colonials?
I feel like my key for the Colonials would probably be, I don't know, I think Zook standing out tonight would be really good, and then also getting the goalie moving side to side, getting pucks deep. One thing about the goalie that can beat him is that if you give him a straight shot, he's going to make the save, but if you make him move side to side, I think you're going to score. So getting him moving early is going to help them, is probably going to be the key to victory here.
For the Bearcats, a big addition they had this year, Samuel Trieger will be on the front end. Last year played at Pitt Vengeance and Bishop McCourt High School, put up 64 goals and 88 points. That's an insane stat total in probably about 60 games, I believe, if my memory is correct. So that's over a point per game, and that's some really good numbers.
Yeah.
For the Colonials, in net will be Luke Zukowski, as mentioned. This season, not off to a incredible start on the record front, 0-3, but that save percentage is looking really strong. A 9.26 to start the year. He's looking strong.
Yeah, he's looked really good this year.
As we will send it over to Phil Pachinski in the box for our starting lineups. We will now send it to Mr. John Tucci for our serenation.
Get me hyped, Tucci.
Amatucci absolutely serenading the crowd. Is a beautiful night for hockey indeed. Colonials looking to jump to 1-3 on the season, 1-1 in divisional play. St. Vincent looking to keep that undefeated. I mean, it's only one game in, but you want to keep your undefeated streak. Bearcats, the back-to-back CHE Division III champions the past 2 years, looking to go for that three-peat. Colonials fans know how hard that is to chase. So the D4 team that came up short on their three-peat last year.
Yeah, a lot of those guys are on the D3 team now.
Yeah, you got both Maraskas and Riffner making their way up onto the D3 team this year. Riffner getting the start out there with Rose and Daniels. Rose will go in the draw. He will oppose Zach Radilla as this rivalry reimagined, wasn't the right word, but it's underway. As right off the draw, a big fit thrown by Daniels. Patneski will carry in. He'll move that one up to Riffner. Rose will send it around. Back to get it is Elliott Belly. He gets crunched by Daniels, but gets the puck back. But then runs into a hit by Rose, kept into the line. Rogerson can't keep it that time. Out it goes. Out to Patneski. Patneski will go behind to Rogerson. Rogerson, Riffner taps it just too far for Daniels. Udilla will send that one in. One of three brother duos on this Bearcat team, so that won't get confusing at all as we call the last names. Carrying in is Tepsik for the Colonials. He will flip it around. Back to get it is Bedek. He will wrap it around the wall. Shaw turns it over. Shot there, gloved away by Amatucci. That one on Kloss. Out to get it is Louis Amatucci as he turns it over to Kloss. Poked into the Colonial zone momentarily by Kushner, but getting it away is Lamago. Long, getting pressured. Killen will get it out. Manolakis can't get it in, and then getting it in is Kushner and going for a change. Long can't corral it. It'll go behind. Motil with it in the corner. Out to the point. Bergman sent in and into the netting for our first whistle of the game. 18:21 to go in the first.
Yeah, I like that look from Kloss right in there in the center of the dot there. I just wish there were guys getting in front of the net so the goalie can't see. He's too good of a goalie to just see every shot.
Draw in front of Zukowski will go into the corner. Digging it out will be Bookman. He'll send to Patneski, who will reverse it, but no Colonial there. Patneski will recollect behind the net. He'll send it down and around for Rogerson. Rogerson goes all the way up as the Colonials jumping in. Patneski. He'll drop it behind, can't find a stick. Bookman dancing into the slot. Shot over the net. Rebound goes in the back of the net and into that little pocket back there. And on the draw is Newton. He will lose that one. And the Bearcats trying to recollect. They'll get it out of their own zone. Pressured off by Maraska. Bryce that is. That one will be sent down and chipped in by Mattis. Out to get it Horton as he's pressured off by the Colonials. Chirilli. Sent around again. Finally getting it is Fuerst. He'll move it up to Maraska all the way across. Or Cooper to Maraska. He's in. Gets stood up, though, in the slot. Getting it out of the Bearcats as Maraska will send it in and go for a change. Amatucci will leave it behind for Constantino. He'll move that one across to Belly. Belly's pass is broken up momentarily by Daniels, as Newton will send it right back around. On the chase, Constantino for the Bearcats. Turned over to Riffner. Riffner into the slot. Can't find the stick of Rose. Bounces right over. Rose with Holtzman and Belly on him. It'll bounce out to Rose. Backhand shot will go off the post. Out to Riffner. Shot save made by Amatucci. Kept in by Lamago. He'll send it behind. Daniels. Stick lift over Constantino and cleared out, though, by Zach Motil for an icing. A little bit of good pressure there for the Colonials, getting their first real chance of the game.
Yeah. They're doing a really good job of getting pucks deep and getting hits on right now. Still would like them to do a little bit of better job of getting bodies in front of Vinny. Again, he's too good of a goalie not to see every shot.
Tepsik's win will go right to Killen, but he's forced out to center by Motil. Tepsik will send it around on the chase, Constantino. Holtzman can't get it out. As fighting with it, out with it is Tepsik. Tepsik gets it poked off by Constantino, but a pinching Patneski keeps it in. Into the slot. Got out of there by Belly. Up to Radilla. Radilla has Patneski on him, and it goes wide. Great defense by Patneski. He'll have it, turns it over to Radilla, though, but poked behind the net by Tepsik. Out to Holtzman, down to Radilla. Bouncing puck into the slot, wrapping it around, and scores! Alex Shaw puts it in the net, walks around Zukowski, and it's 1-0 Bearcats early. That'll be Shaw's second of the season, although not confirmed because the stats from that Kent State game haven't officially been posted, but I did look at an edit they made and did look like Shaw put in the back of the net. Colonials looking to bounce back. Kasivi off the draw. He's in. Save made.
There you go.
Rebound, scores! Jackson Vuckman! And just seconds later, the Colonials are on the board.
Play was executed perfectly. Exactly what I said the keys of the game. Get it deep, get him moving. That's the perfect way. Get a shot for a rebound. Got guys crashing the net.
A beautiful pass off pads by Kasivi. Goes
great.
right to Vuckman.
Get that guy a Snickers bar.
And the captain gets his first on the season. Colonials get it again off the draw. It bounces over the stick, though, of Fuerst. Bearcats with it. It'll go out the point to Bergman. Bergman will lose it, and it'll be sent around. Shirilli will move that one up to Spriegel. Poked forward to Vuckman. He's getting chased from behind and gets pushed off the puck. Bergman will move it, and now Manilakis. Can't get around Shirilli. Out and poked out by Kasivi. Almost keeping it in, though. At the line there was Bergman. Fuerst tried to go to Vuckman. Was changing, though. But Spriegel was there to send it around. Trice moves it. Motil, one more pass. And it'll be sent on net for Zukowski. Leaves it off. Long. Makes a good move to get around one, but a bad pass, and it goes right back to the Bearcats. Zukowski on the dump in will cover it, and it's 14:06 to go in the first. As I didn't see the actual time between goals, but it couldn't have been more than 5-6 seconds.
It couldn't have been. It was immediately off the draw. They were going over here. It was a nice shot, nice pass off pad.
Quick bounce back, too.
Yeah.
And the Colonials have kind of been hot ever since that. Shot there is sent behind the net by Zukowski. Bearcats looking to extinguish the flame that is the Colonials, as Long looking to take exception for a late jab by a Bearcat. Couple seconds, 13:54 to go now in the first. Zukowski seeming like he wants a little word about the extra jabs.
Yeah.
Talking to the ref. Rose in on the draw. He will try and win it. The Riffner goes right into his skates as he takes down Mattis. Still with it. Sends it to Rose. He'll try and chip it to Daniels. Can't get it. Sent in front. Zukowski has to make a save after a weird bounce off the wall.
Yeah.
Normally considered home ice advantage for the Colonials. That one almost turned into visiting ice advantage.
Yeah. Boards on that side, especially the Zamboni doors, are they either bounce really, they're really bouncy, or they just kill the puck.
Yeah. And it's in both of those corners down there on that side.
Yeah.
Out to the point. Can't get kept in. Belly will send it in. Patneski will get it behind his own net. We'll move that one to Rogerson. Up to Riffner. Riffner towards the slot. Tried to find Daniels. Gets broken up by Belly. Back towards the middle. Riffner was going behind the net. On the wall. Moved up to Daniels. Daniels' shot goes through the crease. Amatucci letting that one go. Up to Riffner. Riffner gets around one. Goes try right around Belly. He can't do so. Riffner still with it. Tries to go over to Patneski. Bounces off his stick out to center. Out with it, Chiarelli off the wall. Tried to find Tepsik out of his reach. Louis Amatucci will send that one down to Shaw. Over to Kushner. Turned over to Patneski. Down Chiarelli. He gets blown up. Took a hit to make a play momentarily, but it'll go right back to the Bearcats. Kushner toward the middle. In his shy go, he can't get a shot off. Tepsik bounces that one around. On the chase, Kloss. Pokes that one along the near wall. It'll come out to Killen. Good defensive play there by Shaw to break that one up. Shy go across. Pass intercepted. Carrying and dumping it in was Fuerst. Louis Amatucci will send that one up the wall. Pinching is the Bearcats. Shot there is blocked away by Patneski. Colonial's got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. They go for a change instead. Tepsik. Bounce too far from his stick. Trice will get it out. Motil moves that one forward. Shot goes into the netting for a whistle on Trieger. Off the draw, it'll come out. Shot there, they score! Off the draw, Samuel Trieger gets his first. The aforementioned, as we talked about in the beginning, had 64 goals last year. Gets his first for the Bearcats.
Good play off the draw.
Can the Colonials bounce back just as quick as they did last time the Bearcats put one in the back of the net? Cerrone wins it forward. Cooper, his shot over the net. Have to get it, Motil. He'll send it around. Patneski on the pinch. Sends towards the net. Tip just wide by Cooper. Moroska takes his man to the wall. It'll go out to Rogerson. He moves down to Cooper. Cooper drops it. Cerrone's shot is blocked and goes just wide. Moroska tries to send it in front. Trice will send it out. Patneski keeps it in. Behind the net, Cooper and Trice, and they'll get it out, are the Bearcats. Poked and Rogerson. He'll go on the rush. Back to get it, Trice behind his own net. Colonials changing. Trice up to Radilla. Radilla can't get past Patneski. And here comes Riffner. Up to Rose, pokes that one around Trice. Tries to get around Belly, he can't. Fighting for it right in front of us. It'll go to the wall. Zach Motil gets it out, and Daniels to send it in. Behind his own net is Belly. He'll send it to Trice. Trice up the wall to Motil. And to Radilla in the slot. Shot blocked away. Rebound goes behind the net. A lot of bodies on top of Zukowski as we've got a penalty on the Colonials. And it's going to be Tepsik, I believe. So far this season, Colonials have had some problems with the penalty box.
Yeah. Was it?
And that is staying out of it, that is.
Yeah. Was it 8 penalties against UPJ?
I don't know that one for sure. I know it was at least 8 against Lawrence Tech.
Yeah.
The second one. The second game.
Yeah.
It's going to be Riffner going to the box, which is interesting. So it's not for what happened in front of the net, unless they grabbed the wrong guy.
Could very well have happened.
So Riffner will go to the box for 2. Did not see the call from the ref, so we'll have to wait for Phil Pachinski to let us know what the penalty was.
The thing that the Colonials penalty kill's got to look out for is what makes Vinny also a little bit more special than most is that if you dump it on him, he looks for a quick up. He can get the puck up to his forwards a lot, so they got to watch out for the changes on the penalty kill and where they dump it.
Shot there goes wide right in front of Zukowski. Do you believe I heard that correct? That is a hold for Riffner. Going around, shot there, goes wide. It'll go back to Kushner. Kushner's shot over the net. Can't keep it in, was Trieger, and it'll go down. Belly will move that one forward. Gets past Vukman. In. Poked off just momentarily. Down in the corner. Still with it. Back. Belly over. Shot. Kushner. Save made. Daniels can't get it out. Fighting for it. Across. Save made on Trieger by Zukowski. And cleared down. The Colonials going for a full sail. Just as you said, Amatucci moves that one up to Trieger. But he gets pressured a little bit by Long and sends it around. Shirilli over to Long as he will send it down. Back with it, Louis Amatucci. He's pressured by Kloss as the Bearcats are changing.
Good penalty kill so far. I like the bodies in front getting blocks on this.
30 seconds to go on the kill. Almost turned that one over to Shirilli. Was Amatucci's. That one sent around by Zukowski in front and cleared out on the block by Long. Amatucci to Holtzman. His shot takes a bounce off the post and it'll go right to Radilla. Radilla at the point. Amatucci down. In front. Digging it out on net for Zukowski and save made as the penalty expires. So a successful penalty kill for the Colonials.
Other than a few moments, I really like how they kept everybody to the outside and they got bodies in front. One thing I would like the Colonials to do a little bit more is that they're not talking as much. Adam Scully had more time on that back door that he could have had to clear, and he just flung it away, which I get it's in front of the net and you're on the penalty kill, but you got to have guys outside of him letting him know that he has time.
Rogerson off the draw, up to Riffner. Riffner gets taken down, though, by Trice. Sent the length of the ice for a Bearcat icing. 7:30 to go in the first as we get, I believe, one of the first draws on this side of the ice.
Yeah.
Rose will oppose Manolakis. Manolakis will win it. Can't get it out, though. Daniels on the pressure. It'll come out to Rose. Rose can't get through the legs of Manolakis. Manolakis will grab it and send it around for Mike Radilla. He gets pressured by Riffner as he sends it around. Rogerson gets hit hard into the wall before Daniels clears it out. And here come the Bearcats dropping that one. Can't find the stick of Manolakis. Here come the Colonials. Vukman will send it on net. Pressured and giving it to Belly. Belly up to Horton. He gets pushed off by Kasivi and it goes to Fuerst. Sent back in by the Bearcats and Fuerst will corral. Moves that one up to Kasivi, just too far, too slow of a pass to Kasivi. Fuerst tried to go up the middle, turned over. Shot there, save made, rebound is kicked out by Zukowski. Maraska can't get it out. It'll go to Shirilli. Behind the net to Fuerst. Tried to go up the wall, kept in by Kushner. Shirilli over to Kasivi, and the Colonials will get it out. Tried to send up and couldn't get it. Was Spriegel. Sent up to Kushner. He tries to get around Shirilli. He'll leave it. Shot there is saved away Zukowski. Moved up to Spriegel, off the wall to Kasivi. Kasivi sends it on net, saved away by Amatucci, and a whistle. 5:38 to go in the first. The 2-3-4 line out there for the Colonials.
Yeah.
As well as Lamago and Long. It'll be won by the Bearcats, back to Amatucci. Louis Amatucci, that is. Allen will be sprung free. In. Shot. Scores! Nicholas Mattis. And it's 3-1 Bearcats.
St. Vincent is known for their spring passes. They like to spring people, especially the wingers, up out of the zone. That's one thing that the RMU defense has got to be aware of, is that they like to spring that. That's the other thing with Vinny as well, is that he can spring those guys easy too.
That'll be Mattis's first career collegiate goal as well. He played Franklin Regional last year, 10 goals, 22 points for him at Franklin Regional. Poked forward. Maraska in. Save made Amatucci on Bryce Maraska. Almost getting another quick one.
Yeah, what I like about the Colonials right now is that even if they get scored on, they're not backing down. They're pushing right back. And that's what you got to do against a team like St. Vincent, is that if you back down, they're just going to keep piling more. You got to keep pushing back on them.
This line's still on for Coach Riffner as the Bearcats will win it again. Amatucci. He'll carry it. It'll be sent over. Motil dumps it around. Rogerson can't get it. It'll go to Patneski. Over the wall for Maraska. Back, cutting in front.
What a
Save
hit.
made as going into the goal.
Zook is hurt.
Zukowski is not feeling great. That was Tyler Shigo who got hit and landed on top of him.
Yeah, it did not look good.
As we are going to cut away. Don't want to see that. Backup goaltender for tonight is Joe Miller. As Zukowski will exit this game. Good to see him on his feet and moving.
Yeah.
That was dangerous. Landed right on top of him after that hit. Don't know if both Shigo or I didn't see who threw the hit. Patneski. Both landed on top of him, or if it was just Shigo.
I think it was just Shigo. I think Patneski fell right in front of the crease.
As it does look like Zukowski will actually stay in this game. You know he doesn't want to leave.
No, he does not.
He doesn't want to leave unless he's absolutely told he has to. So he will stay in the net. And a sigh of relief for Colonials fans as he's been on fire
this
this
really
season.
good.
Holtzman off the draw, saved away by Zukowski. Sent out and the length of the ice for an icing. 4:35 to go in the first. One back, shot is blocked away. Into the corner. Killen trying to dig it out. Fuerst jumps in there. And getting it out to Tepsik, up to Kloss. Kloss with Trice in front of him, has to circle back. Sends it behind. Tepsik will try and win it. He'll leave it off, though, for Killen. Sent back to Radilla, turned over in front of Tepsik. Still with it, Kloss. And saving it, Amatucci, as a bouncing puck ends up right in the lap of him. Riffner trying to dig it out, but it'll go out to the point. Shot is blocked by on Rogerson. Riffner trying to keep it in. He can't, but it'll be sent to Patneski. Up to Riffner. He will send it behind the net. Now to get it, Amatucci. He'll move it over to Belly. Belly off the glass. Stopped by Rose. And it'll ping pong back to the Bearcats zone. Belly almost turns it over to Riffner, but he will carry himself into the middle. Shigo. Gank it around. Coming in. Shot by Kushner is blocked into the netting. As now we've got a fight in front. Zukowski not happy. As we've got two separate wrestling scrums going on.
Patneski, Rose, and two St. Vincent players going at it right now.
Looks like that's Shaw. As he gave a shove to Zukowski now. Don't know who's in it with Patneski as they're both on the ice.
Patneski with the WWE moves. Rolling around there like they were wrestling.
Yeah. Trying to see who that is. Shaw is not headed to the box, so no call on that wrestling scrum at least.
It's Tyler for St. Vincent.
Yeah. As if nothing gets called out of this, I feel like this game's only going to get uglier.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like they will. Oh, nope, they will.
Yeah, you got to send somebody here.
Going for the Bearcats will be Shigo at least. Shaw gets on the bench, so it will only be one for the Bearcats at least. Now the question is, will they take both? As they should.
Yes. Yep.
And they will. Patneski will sit for the Colonials. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a 10 here, maybe a 5.
Probably, yeah. Thinking more of a 10. I think it was more of a wrestling match than punches being thrown. So I think it's more of just a 2 and 10. But
we'll have to see what the official call will be. As the Colonials are really taking exception to the Bearcats getting up in Zukowski's grill. Yeah. And he's taking exception himself as he's throwing them as well. Oh, Shaw will go now.
He might get the extra 2 with Zook because he went up and pushed Zook.
Maybe. It doesn't look like the Colonials are going to grab anyone.
Oh,
never mind.
He's going in there.
It'll be Cerrone, who was not on the ice. Will sit for the Colonials. And Patneski will... Patneski's getting thrown here. Whether that's for the game or just the remainder of the period is yet to be determined. If that's for the game, though, that's a big loss for the Colonials.
That is a big loss for the Colonials.
So Cerrone is most likely serving for Patneski, which makes sense why he's in when he wasn't on the ice.
Yeah. Looks like the Colonials will come out of this with a penalty kill. Oh.
No, it's 4-on-4.
Interested to see the calls.
As they need a puck still, as the puck disappeared. It's a very interesting start to this game already, and we're not even through the first period. This has felt like the longest period ever.
Yes, it has.
As we finally get back to action, the Tepsic will win it back to Long. Long behind his own net. Up to Tepsic. Over Rogerson. And the Bearcats. Shot there off the post. As if I heard correctly, Zukowski got a penalty in there. So if I'm correct, both Shigo and Patneski just got 10s.
10s, yeah.
Zukowski got a 2. And I didn't see what the other St. Vincent was. And a shot from the point goes in from Elliott Belly as they take a 4-1 lead early.
Pretty sure their penalty was Alex Shaw. Him and Zukowski got into it after. I'm assuming they're both getting roughings there.
Elliott Belly will score. He didn't score last year, so it might be his first career, but we aren't sure. I'm not sure if he's a sophomore. But what I do know, he played in the GOAT 4v4 League with a couple of NHL players over the summer. Got to call his action during that tournament. As Riffner off the draw, can't get around the defender. In Holtzman, his shot is blocked and goes wide. Pass back, Trieger. Pressured by Shirilli. Coming out with it is Daniels. Daniels will send around as they announced the goal was actually for Caden Horton. Must have been a tip in front that we couldn't see from this horrid angle. As Amatucci will circle behind his own net. He's chased by Riffner before eventually getting hit by Daniels, but it seemed like Riffner got the most of that exchange. That'll go up the wall, over the stick of Holtzman, and out the center. Bedek will just send it around. Killen. Everyone changing. He'll move it up to Vukman. Will be turned over to Radilla. Over. Bergman. His pass is broken up as the equal parties are set free. Sent up, trying to get it for Spriegel, too far from his reach. Cutting in. Motil around. Save made, Zukowski. Just over 1 minute to go in the first period. What both of us expected to be a little bit of a low-scoring game has turned not low-scoring very fast. One forward off the draw by Motil. Behind the net for Long. Colonials will send it around. Kasivi gets over around a pinch. Shot. Save made. Rebound for Vukman again. Almost the same play that got them there first.
Good play by Kasivi. Love the POP.
Mattis will leave it. Motil. He'll send it around behind. Mattis in front. Gets stopped. And Zukowski will hold. 31 seconds to go in the first. Cerrone on the draw for the Colonials. It'll be won by the Bearcats. Sent around by Belly. Flipped around Cirilli with it. He'll send it to Rogerson. Rogerson to Maraska. Maraska will sky it to center, where it's sent back in. Up to Cooper. He gets it stolen by Trieger. Trieger can't wait long enough, and offsides are the Bearcats. Couldn't get back was Mattis. Five seconds to go in the first period. As everyone thought the whistle was going to be in the Colonial zone, it's actually offside, so it comes out to center.
Yeah.
As everyone makes their way there. Cooper tried to rush off the draw, but just circling back into his own zone is Constantino. As the Bearcats come out strong against the Colonials, they're going to take a 4-1 lead into intermission. And we will step aside for that intermission. We'll be back in about 12 minutes for the second period. Second period getting ready to begin. As currently by myself, as Cody Barr had to run up to the locker room for intermission. He will be back shortly. St. Vincent up 4-1 over the Colonials in what was expected to be a nice close game. Bearcats kind of got away with it in the first. Shaw scored first, followed by Trieger, then Mattis, and then the tip in by Horton. Colonials goal by Jackson Vukman, as Cody Barr has finally rejoined the broadcast, as Colonials got to come out to a fast start and cut into this 3-goal lead.
Yeah. There's a lot to like from that last period. There's a lot to work on from that last period. What I like is the forecheck is doing really well, especially when they get it deep in the zone. They're hitting people. They're doing good. Things I would like them to work on is, again, they got to talk. They got to communicate here. They got to get guys going. They're really sporadic with the puck. They aren't looking for tape-to-tape passes. Once they get it, they're being scared and they're passing it away. So would like to change that, but a lot to like from them, and just kind of a lot of mental errors for the goals. But you take away those, keep them outside, keep getting pucks deep. I think they'll be fine this period.
Yeah, you gotta get on the board fast.
Yeah,
for the Colonials.
Start chipping into this lead.
The Bearcats are feeling healthy with the lead they have now. You want to put them on their heels. 3-goal lead's the worst lead in hockey.
Yeah.
The Colonials line that started the game will go up against the Bearcat line with their captain Holtzman, which is not the line that started the game, so they're going with a different starting trio on offense, as it'll be one back by Rose, and Long will leave it for Shirelli. Chipped in by Ryan Riffner. Bearcats back in their own zone. Behind the net, as that clearing attempt will go off the back of Elliott Belly and be sent out to center over the stick of Long. Here comes Holtzman. Holtzman in, save made. Zukowski. Shirilli was flying across. Kushner was right on the doorstep as well. Zukowski unhappy about how close he was.
Yeah, I think he got sprayed as well.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a new coat of white paint on that arm.
Got to watch these stretch passes this period, especially with the long change.
Sent in right off the draw by the Bearcats. It'll be Zach Motil into Radilla. His shot gets tipped wide. A bounce off the glass will go to the Colonials. That one's going to be sent right for Zukowski as he barrels out of his crease to cover that one. Zach Motil was driving hard as they run into each other. Zukowski admits that one was on him, so he's not going to yell and scream about that one.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like the injury that he sustained in the first period is affecting him too much right now.
Off the draw, Killen will move around. Loses the puck, though, as Bearcats get it in their own zone. Chipped in and out of the arena by Zach Motil. As we will get a whistle. 18:52, just over a minute into the second period. Did a little bit of an update from the D1. They are visiting Roosevelt. Last I checked, they were winning 2-1. Their broadcast was audio only, so I don't know what period they're in right now, but they did mention the score was 2-1, so that's as much as I got. Sent around, Amatucci has it for the Bearcats. It'll go to Trieger. Nice, he'll send it around. Amatucci almost had to make a save as that one almost bounced into the slot. Bearcats still with it at center ice. Kicked away momentarily. In comes Kasivi. Kasivi's shot is stopped away. Behind the net. Here comes Amatucci. He'll go end to end. Puck goes right to Spriegel and then goes behind the net. Sent out in front. Tipped by Zukowski and cleared out. Good awareness to stop that shot coming to the slot. Behind the net, Lamago. Off the wall. Noah Long will hold it. Alternate captain. He'll hit the red line and send it in. Cutting in was Maraska. Almost getting that one from off the bench. And Fuerst will have to go back behind his own net. Cleared out again. And Fwirst will send it on net. And Amatucci will play it off. Out and cleared down. With it is Fwirst again. Up to Maraska, but will go straight to Mattis. Out of the scrum, it'll go to the Bearcats. In shot, gobbled up by Zukowski. As Mattis was once again. As we've got another scrum in front. Zukowski did not want to stay out of that one. He wanted it to be front and center.
Wouldn't be a St. Vincent game versus RMU if it wasn't chippy. These teams do not like each other.
No, a real rivalry game for sure. Dates back to when St. Vincent was a D4 team and played the D4 Colonials. Did not like each other then, don't like each other at this level either. Off the draw, it'll be won by the Colonials. Long will go behind his own net. Getting pushed by Holtzman. Coming out with it is Kushner. Dangles, shot is blocked. Kept in off the mask of Kushner. He'll send it out to the point. Belly, shot, save made, and it'll go in the corner.
Luke Rose without a stick.
Belly at the point, almost takes it offside. Shot there, gloved away by Zukowski as he flashes the leather.
Much needed save by Zukowski there. Kind of calms everything down in the zone now.
Tepsic and Holtzman. Tepsic will win it. Turned over, though, behind the net. Digging it out is Tepsic. Getting it up to Killen. Killen will send it in. As a weird bounce almost goes to Kloss in the slot. Tepsic keeps it at the line and sends it in. On the chase is Kloss, but the Bearcats will have it. Kushner can't corral, and the Colonials will send it back toward their zone. Sent Kushner on net and right into Zukowski as more fighting as a 3-on-1 behind the Colonial net. Shirilli, I believe I heard just by the ref screaming that he will sit in the box.
Looks like they're taking Kloss instead.
As also going will be Chase Kushner for the Bearcats. And going is Shirilli. So the Colonials will have 2 penalties, the Bearcats with 1, assumingly. Unless Kushner got a double.
Most likely a coincidental, and then same
as
a power
extra,
play.
Yeah. As we wait for our PA announcement. Referees still having a little chat. They will now break off. Colonials will have 2 minutes and a 2 for the Bearcats. So a power play, a 4-on-3 power play. That's a rare one for the Bearcats.
It's interesting. Norm is going with 2 forwards and a defenseman.
Yeah. How much longer till? I don't remember the exact. I think it was 3 minutes left. So you got to about when this penalties end is when you're getting Patneski out of the box as well for the Colonials. So
Yeah.
you know you're down a defenseman who's sitting in the box for 10. Has a long time discussing what to do with the Colonials, and it'll be won by the Bearcats. Amatucci. Across, shot there, gloved away by Zukowski on Trieger. So Kushner and Kloss will both go for roughing, and Shirilli gets the extra for a cross check. Back to the point. Down. Trieger. Amatucci, his shot is blocked away. Trieger back to Amatucci. Back, Trieger, in, save made. Rebound in front and cleared out by Daniels. Long will go for a change on his Rogerson. Bearcats now into the Colonial zone. Pushed off by Vukman, but offsides. Entering the zone as we're going to get a face-off outside of the Colonial zone on a penalty kill. That's a good sign.
Got a lot of space on a 4-on-3, especially on an Olympic rink.
Yeah, a bigger rink than most teams are used to, as it'll be one to the wall in his belly. We'll go back to Holtzman, hits a divot in the ice and out to center. Holtzman loses it on the pressure by Rose. Rogerson will send it the length of the ice. 1 minute to go on all 3 penalties. Belly into the middle, bouncing past the stick though of Manolakis. Clearing attempt hits the ref. It'll go out to the point. Belly can't keep it in, out to center. Shaw couldn't find him. Here comes Belly. Dancing around Rogerson. In, save made by Zukowski. And a hold. 35 seconds to go on all the penalties. Patneski is set free. So we had our times off a little bit.
Close enough.
Close enough, yeah. A minute off. So Patneski will be out and will be on the ice now.
Interesting strategy with the 2 forwards. I don't hate it, but
back to Amatucci at the point for the Bearcats. Down to Radilla. Back to Amatucci. He scores! Louis Amatucci shot it from the point, and the Bearcats take a 5-1 lead. Power play goal on the shot from the point.
it'll be 4-on-4 for 27 seconds.
As Bearcats tried to sneak one out there. $14-11 to go in the second period. And Tepsik gets thrown from the face-off dot as the Colonial bench is not happy. Patneski tries to send it up to Kloss off his stick. In front, can't find the stick of Motil. Kill into Kloss. Kloss drops it for Tepsik. He loses it. Here come the Bearcats. In is Motil. Shot goes wide. Radilla can't keep it. Killen will knock it off him, and it'll go to Tepsik. 5-on-5. As the clearing attempt is deflected momentarily, but bunted forward. Here's Kloss. Into the Bearcats zone. Bounce on off the wall. Tried to send it for Tepsic, but it'll be cleared out and then sent back in by the Colonials. Sent in. Patneski stops it momentarily, but Holtzman regains and sends it around. Shirilli gets around Shaw. Passes that one up to Kloss. Kloss in, and too many Bearcats around him. Up, Patneski tries to send it, but Holtzman will move it right back into the Colonial zone. Around, can't get it. A handle on it with Shigo. As we've got a whistle, Zukowski is down, net is off. Maraska having a little chat with Shaw. Not the way the Colonials wanted this game to go for sure, but a third period team can turn around a game in an instant.
Yeah. Just got to make sure they stay out of the box.
It's been a problem for them so far this season. Cerrone loses that one, almost sent in front. Shot there is blocked. Rebound, they score. Chase Kushner banks that one off the post, off Zukowski, and in the back of the net. And now it's 6-1 Bearcats.
Zukowski's complaining about something.
Yeah. Waiting for a draw here. 12:40 to go in the second period. As we've got conversations all over the place. Eventually the puck will get dropped. And it'll go back to the Bearcats. In, dancing. Backhand shot saved away Zukowski as another scrum in the crease. Sent in to Shigo. Or Shigo sent it in, but Shaw couldn't bury it.
If you're RMU right now, you're hoping to stop the bleeding. You're hoping to keep them. You're just trying to find something to generate momentum right now.
You need a goal or a big hit or anything that can just make you feel good.
Yeah, got to get life to these guys.
Send in will go right to the point. Kushner is grabbed out of midair by Zukowski. Draw will be right in front of Zukowski to his right. Rose will win it back to the corner. Fuerst clearing attempt is stopped momentarily. Spins it back the other way, pushed forward by Daniels out to center. Rose will enter the Bearcats zone. He'll go behind the net. Push too far. Belly gets taken down though by Rose. Down to Daniels. Tried to go to the slot, no one there. Shot by Riffner will go into the netting as the bouncing puck found his way on his stick. Bearcats will win that one to the wall. They'll now move it into the offensive zone. Shot there is blocked into the corner. Riffner tried to find Daniels, too far for him, as it'll go to Amatucci. He'll send that one up. Horton. It'll be sent in. Shirilli fighting for it. Riffner will send it behind, but right to Manilakis. It'll go to Rose as he'll rim it around the wall. Kept in though. Bearcats still with it. Daniels trying to get it out and won't, but landing on top of him, Trieger, and the Bearcats will be shorthanded. Colonials need something here, as this is a good way to get some momentum here. Shirilli will get picked by Trieger, though, as he will go sit Colonials to the power play, as they desperately need one to stay in this game.
Yeah. They just need to get going. They need to get something that's just going to sustain pressure, get good shots, get guys in front of the net, keep Vinny from seeing them, because, again, like I said, if he sees them, then he's just going to block them. So you got to get a guy in front, get him moving side to side. You got space, you got time. Use that space and time to get quality shots, get quality chances. Don't just try to throw something into pads or something like that.
Bearcats will win the draw and dump it down to start the period. Rogerson will move that one up to Killen. Bounces off his stick. As bounce can never recoil that puck, and the Bearcats will take it. They'll send it around. Back with it is Shirilli. Shirilli over to Tepsik. He'll cross the red line and then the blue line. Tepsik down below. With it is Killen. Killen cuts in across. Can't find the stick of Rogerson. Cleared out by Holtzman all the way down to the Colonial zone. Shirilli will wait. 1 minute left on the penalty. Tepsik off the wall will find Killen. Killen will wrap it around in front for Tepsik. Can't find his stick. Shot from the point won't make its way on net. Sent the length of the ice. Zukowski has to come out to play it. As he's pressured, he'll have to give that one up to Long. Long getting chased hard by Manilakis. He will eventually dip back. Long with a pass will find Daniels. He'll go over to Patneski. Into the O zone. Waiting, sends it down. Kloss back to Patneski. His shot gets dipped in over the net. Riffner across. Patneski. Penalty is killed as that one's sent across. Cleared down the ice. Zukowski will rim it around the wall. It'll go to Riffner. Up to Kloss. Kloss puts on the brakes, sends it down. Riffner to Kloss. Tried to send it in front for Daniels, couldn't find him. This time he can as well, as the Bearcats clear it out of danger. Here comes Radilla. His shot is saved away by Zukowski. Daniels off the wall will find Kloss. Kloss over the Riffner. Riffner all the way across, can't find a Colonial. Off the bounce, it'll go to Shirilli. Behind for Kasivi, no one there. Can't get it out, though, are the Bearcats, as the Colonials still with possession. Patneski. Down across, can't find Kasivi. Bearcats will now move their way. Radilla, his shot is gloved by Zukowski and held. 7:37 to go in the second.
Good to see them try to get pucks to the front of the net. Good sustained pressure, and also on their, they've got good back checks, and also they're keeping them out on St. Vincent's entries right now. So, like what I've seen from the past minute and a half to 2 minutes from the Colonials.
Radilla behind the net, tried to send it in front. Too many bodies blocked that one. It'll go to Holtzman. Holtzman turns it over. Spriegel tried to send Bookman, but couldn't connect, and an icing in the process. Bookman and Radilla in the draw. Bookman will win it to the wall. Long tries to spring Spriegel, but the puck will get turned over. Holtzman, his shot is tipped wide by Fuerst. Kasivi up to Bookman. He'll bounce that one off the wall. Bearcats will get it and get it out. Fuerst over to Patneski. Colonials trying to break back into the offensive zone. Tipped by Bookman, but the Bearcats will take it right back. On the clear, Patneski can't get it out. Radilla off the wall, intercepted by Fuerst. He will carry. Stumbles a little bit, but keeps possession. Gets hip checked as he sends it around. Cleared the length of the ice. No icing. Patneski did not like the call. Owen Newton sends it up to Spriegel, who will tip it in. Bryce Moroska on the chase for the Colonials, but the Bearcats will get it as a bouncing puck goes over Rogerson. Turned over on the logo as dumped in by the Bearcats. Rogerson on the turn. Hits the midline and sends it in. Newton trying to intercept, but Moroska will. As the Bearcats will now break in. Losing that one off of a poke check. Bearcats will send it around. Zukowski will leave it off for Patneski. He gets pressured. That one will send right back into the crease, and Zukowski will cover. 5:15 to go in the second. On the draw, bouncing puck will go to Lamago. Lamago back behind, bad turnover to Trieger. Trieger with it. His shot is saved away by Bookman and held.
Colonials really got to calm down with the puck. They're getting really sporadic with it. Devin Lamongo's turnover there was just him kind of not looking up, not seeing where he was, and throwing it somewhere.
Turnover again behind the net. That one will come out, intercepted by Kloss. Cleared down, bouncing over the stick. Killen on the break. Has to circle around behind. In front, taking a tumble, a couple players. As Scarelli keeps it in. Down behind, Trice. Can't get it out, it's kept in. Falling is Kloss. As a little bit of a cherry pick by Manolakis. Bearcats can't get it to him. Trieger turns it over. Over to Kloss. Kloss's shot goes over the net. Daniels fans on it. Off the bench is Rose, as he'll chip it in behind as the Bearcats will carry. Trieger will send it behind. Long collects it off the dump. Bad turnover almost. Patneski will spin that one back where it came from to Long. Long tries to find Daniels. It'll bounce off him. Bearcats with it in their own zone off the Colonial turnover. As they will take their time. Perfectly fine, letting time dwindle off this clock. Sent across, fighting for it. Motil can't keep it in. Daniels can't take it, and Motil will take it right off of him. Turned over to Riffner. As he gets it stolen by Amatucci. It'll go. Vecchio will send it in for the Bearcats, where the Colonials will take it. Riffner into the offensive zone. Sent over the net, or gloved by Amatucci. He was so unbothered, I thought it went over the net. Update from the women's team. They literally just scored as I pulled it up. Didn't get to see what the score was, but they did just score. In front, Bookman can't bury it home. He was behind Amatucci. But the women Colonials did just score. As that one comes in on net, Zukowski will hold.
Good opportunity for Jackson, just couldn't shoot it home. Would like to see more of that in the third period, of getting pucks to the net.
Find a weird bounce and get it in.
Got to have urgency if you're RMU right now.
Colonials can't get it out because Civi was sitting on it. Into the slot. Amatucci can't pull the trigger. Shot by Radilla. He will score. Slap shot from the slot. And Radilla buries that one. .227 to go in the second period. 7-1 now, St. Vincent. Definitely proving why they are still going to be the team to beat this year.
Yeah.
Off the draw, the Bearcats will take it once again. In, save made by Zukowski. Belly looking for his first, because the first one was tipped. Shigo and Newton in on the draw. Shigo will win it forward, but too many Colonials will bunch it to the wall. Bearcats will send it around. In front, they score! Alex Shaw gets his second on a backdoor tap in as it makes its way through the crease.
RMU's got to pick up sticks there. Can't leave someone that wide open back door. Got to help out your goalie here.
Off the draw, Killen will try and move it forward. Gets hip checked off the puck though. Shigo off. Kushner. Back to the point. Shot there off the bar. Constantino almost found a home. Tepsik pushed too far away from himself as the Bearcats will clear it around. Patneski over to Rogerson. 90 seconds to go in the second as that pass will go off the back of the net. Sent in front and going wide. Another almost horribly costly turnover for the Colonials. Digging for it at the line. Killen trying to get it out. As tempers definitely starting to flare as the Bearcats will take a call on a slash. Elliot Belly will go standing up for his guy. But the second call will always be called.
Yeah.
So Belly will sit for 2 as we have 1:11 to go in the second.
I'd like to see RMU keep possession in the zone on this power play. Their entries this game have been a little shaky, so you'd like to see them continue to hold the puck in the zone.
That one looked like it might have been out from our angle. Long barely keeping it in, though. Kloss pressured by 2 Bearcats. It'll go back to Long. Long shot tipped by Riffner and over the net. Pushed out by the Bearcats. They're going to pressure in. Moving in over the net on the shot there by Manilakis. As Zukowski claimed he never touched it, which from our angle, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either.
But they're still going to call for face-off in the zone. 44 seconds to go in the second period. Riffner will win it to Patneski. Over Kloss. Puts on the brakes and spins around. Back up to the point. Long shot is gobbled by Amatucci. 30 seconds to go in the second.
Good to see them put pucks to the net.
Colonials will win it to the wall. In. Kloss gets pushed off the puck, though. Bearcats will just slowly wait to dump it around, killing as much time as they want. Rose will behind the net. 10 seconds to go. He'll go all the way up to Patneski. He'll go over to Riffner, a little behind him, so has to go back to corral it. Poked off his stick. And held for Bedek to send it around as the second period comes to a close. 8-1 now the score. Not the period the Colonials wanted to try and come back in this game.
No.
As we will step aside for 12 minutes as we get ready for the final period of play. The Colonials can make a miracle comeback. Third period of play getting ready to begin as the Colonials need a miracle. A 7-goal comeback is what they need in the third period, down 8-1 as we see a new number in net for the Colonials. It'll be back to Joe Miller. He got his 1 game action against Lawrence Tech. Did not get a decision in that game. Give up 6 goals in half the game and a .769 save percentage. Definitely looking to bounce back. I mean, you're thrown into the deep water against the number 2 team in the country. You don't expect to come out, too strong, but he definitely wants to bounce back in and get some better stats.
Yeah, absolutely. And the guys have got to start moving in front of them. Got to start getting energy to this team. I hope this move rejuvenates everybody. Obviously, you don't like losing your, you don't like get your goalie getting pulled. So I hope that lights a fire under these guys and gets them going, gets them skating hard. I'd like them to go back to what they did in the first period. Just again, once they got pushed down, they pushed back and just continuing to do what they got to do. They got to get guys in front of Vinny. They can't keep leaving him wide open and see all these shots because he's just too good. And they just gotta get these entries going as well. They got to get this forecheck going. Other than that, I there's a lot that we can nitpick, but also I think there's a lot of good that's coming out of Army right now. So it's just if they can build off of that good stuff and kind of limit the decisions that they've made.
Yeah, a lot of goods, but just a lot of the bads are leading straight to goals.
Yeah.
If you averaged out the good and the bad, it probably wouldn't be that bad on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
just all the bad is leading straight to goals.
Yeah.
As opposed to,
Not only that it's happening, but where and when it's happening
Yes.
as well.
Puck is down as Bearcats will take it behind their own net. Amatucci will flip it up in their own zone. Are the Bearcats sent on net? Miller will make a save. Colonials will regather. Killen. He'll go with speed, drops it to Tepsic. Has to get back on side as in comes Rogerson. Poked off him momentarily. Kasivi back down. Rogerson in front, digging for it. Killen, backhand save, goes wide. And Matucci will clear it out. Unable to keep it in is Rogerson. He gets pressured off, and a penalty upcoming to the Colonials just as the Bearcats and their penalty. To the box will be Rogerson. He takes a seat for taking someone else down. As Miller's first real action of this game will be short-handed.
Yeah. Going back to what we said, we got to limit the mistakes at the wrong time, and just getting a penalty right after having a power play is a little rough.
Couple saves for Miller off the start. Passing back at the point, and we'll send it up to Kushner. In the corner, tried to send it into the slot. Shot there, goes wide. And all the way down. A little bit of a self-clear by Belly. Back in his own zone. He will start moving forward with speed. Gets poked off by Vukman. Into the middle. Can't get through was Shaw. Shaw back to the point. Trieger down to Shaw. Behind the net. Back up. Shot. Trieger. Save made by Miller. Getting it out of the middle of the ice with the Colonials. Back to Belly. Belly's shot goes up into the netting. And we got a whistle. First minute killed for the Colonial. 18:08 to go.
Like what I'm seeing from this penalty kill so far. Keeping the outside, keeping shots there. Every time they go into the middle, they're getting sticks on guys. So just continue to build off of that and continue to kill this penalty.
Holtzman will take it behind the Colonial net. Out to Amatucci at the point. We'll send it down. Playing catch with it. Shot there. Will score. Shot in by Zach Motil with traffic in front. And it is now 9-1 Bearcats. Checked during intermission. Score is 2-0 Colonials over Brockport for the women Colonials. First intermission. Their second period was starting about the same time our third period was starting. Did not get a chance to check on the D1 team in Roosevelt. So last we heard it was 2-1. Colonials. Off the draw, the Colonials now need an 8-goal comeback. Anything is possible if you believe.
We have the saying, do you believe in miracles, for a reason. And that's not going to help him with a penalty.
Tepsic will go for a high stick as the Colonials back to the kill once again. As the penalty troubles continue.
The series of unfortunate events continues.
17-17 to go in the third. As a little bit of a talking to before the draw. Vukman will get thrown from the circle. Patneski will go in. It'll be one to the middle. Shot there. Save made by Miller on Shaw. Right off the draw, getting a little test. As we will go right back to Vukman. It'll get one to the point, kept in barely. Belly sends it low. Kushner will try and clear it out, or we'll try and send it back to the point, but it ended up getting cleared out. Belly tried to find Shaw, tipped in. Patneski across the long. He will hammer that one down the length of the ice. Amatucci leaves it off for Belly. Belly will leave it to be taken by Shigo. He will carry in. Poked off by Long and cleared the length of the ice. Belly chased by Vukman, as Belly will get called for a high stick. Didn't like the call, but we got 4-on-4 for 40 seconds. A lot of fours there. Before the Colonials will get a minute 20 power play. As the time draw went down a little bit, I believe it was at 40 when play was stopped, but now it's down to 36, so Colonials might have gotten away with something there. Rose can't win it back to Rogerson, cleared out by Amatucci, but Rose boxing out Manilakis will take it back. Shirley will send it behind. Shirley. Into the ozone for the Colonials. Behind the net. Gets taken down. No call, and down. It'll get sent. Miller will leave it for Rogerson. Colonials on the power play now. As Kasivi, he'll put on the Jets. In the offensive zone, into the slot. Shot just goes wide. Keeping it in is Tepsik. It'll go down. Spriegel fighting for it. Tepsik out. Back for Kasivi. He can't get it. Amatucci will hold. 14:49. Oh, I know why. We're on running clock now.
Running clock.
As it looks like our scoreboard operator realized that faster than we did. We saw this in the D4 game last weekend, running clock to end the game. As seemingly we'll do that now. Killen back. Patneski will send it right back to him. Over to Patneski. Shot is blocked. Killen trying to keep it in. It'll go down to Tepsik. Kasivi will take it to Killen. Long will corral it behind the net. Over to Tepsik. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Patneski. Too far for Killen. Have to go all the way around. Bergman fighting with Long for it. Out to get it is Killen. Cuts into the slot, just goes wide. Killen putting on a good shift here. Patneski will keep it at the line, send it deep. Kasivi tried to bounce it off the back of the net. Long will poke it forward. It'll go behind the net. Out to get it, Bergman. He'll send it up and out. Almost too many men for the Colonials. Kasivi stops it, but Maraska not on the ice yet. Patneski will dump it around. Maraska can't keep it in, just barely offsides. Bergman up, intercepted by Cerrone. To Maraska. Try to go in for Cerrone as he gets taken down. Couple Bearcats collapsing in on him when the pass was coming. Fuerst's pass is turned over. Now here come the Bearcats again. Kushner gets around, in, Gloved away by Miller. And a whistle. 12:35 and counting in the third.
Good pressure there from the Colonials on that power play. And a good individual effort from Katsivi and Jackson to draw that penalty.
Almost pushed out off the draw by Kloss. Tepsik to Shirilli. He'll take his time behind his own net. Kicked by Killen out the center, and the Bearcats will take it. And Matucci turns it over to Kloss right in front of him, but the dump in will go right back to the Bearcats. Off the wall. Digging it out is Tepsik as he'll fire it back to his D. Shirilli will send it in the far corner. Killen on the chase for the Colonials. He gets it, tries to send it in front. Kloss. Out, Fuerst. Back to him. Kloss's shot, save made. Rebound in front and cleared out momentarily. It'll go back to the Colonials. Getting out Killen. Backhand shot. Trying to get it out Holtzman, and he will over the stick of Patneski. 11 minutes to go in the third. Fuerst puts it to forward as Holtzman take out Kloss, and now Patneski will wait behind his own net. Leaves it for Tepsik. Multiple passes, it'll go to Cooper. Colonials changing, no one to collect the pass. It'll get sent around. Manolakis pressured by Cooper. Cooper can't dig it out. Manolakis still with it. Gets poked out to the point. Shot there is kicked away by Miller. Bearcats still with it. Behind the net, Radilla. Mike Radilla, that is. Back to the point. Fake shot, goes to the wall. Shot there will go wide. It'll go out on its own as Rose tries to dangle around, but can't corral. Bearcats send it in. Colonials with it in their own zone. Patneski tries to spring Cerrone, but the Bearcats will get it first, send it around, and go for a change. Rogerson for the Colonials. Over to Long. He'll send that one into the far corner. Back to get it Bergman. He gets hit momentarily by Maraska. It's sent around. Long can't keep it in. He gets taken down. Manolakis still with it. He takes a tumble but leaves it for Bergman. He'll softly dump it around. Long for the Colonials and Motil for the Bearcats digging for it. Maraska jumps in late and takes the puck. He'll send it back the way it came from, but no Colonial was following it. Shot by Trieger will go up into the netting for a whistle. 9-10 and counting in the third.
Good block by Newton there.
And the draw Mattis for the Bearcats. It'll go to Fuerst for the Colonials. He'll send it around. Rogerson with it. In the offensive zone, Kasivi on the chase. Tries to send it into the middle. Broken up. Bookman steals it off Bergman as he's getting fought in the corner. Bookman will come out with the scrum with it. On net, saved away by Amatucci. Trice will carry. He'll drop it. Trieger. His shot goes over the net. Kasivi can't get it out, but Fuerst will. Gets around Trieger. Shot. Glove save made by Amatucci. And under 8 minutes to go in the third. As now we got some extracurricular. First time in a while we've had that. Bookman holding and getting held. believe he's friends with some of the guys on the team, so it might be a little playful.
Yeah. He grew up playing with a bunch of these guys, so.
But we are going to get 2 each. Didn't see who went for the Colonials. Believe Mattis went for the Bearcats. Spriegel is the guilty party for the Colonials.
There were some high cross checks there.
Yeah. I believe they both got called, so shot by Shirilli will get tipped and into the corner in front of us. Killen can't get it. He will steal it, though. It's taken down, and now Kushner. Across. One more pass all the way across. Couldn't get it. Was Shigo. Will be Aiden Motil to the box as here comes Kloss. Kloss gets pushed off by Amatucci. 3 Colonials collapse on him, but he's still with the puck. Here come the Bearcats. Kushner. In front, poked wide by Miller. Cleared out by Killen. Back to pick it up is Shigo. He'll go for the home run. Couldn't find Kushner. Kloss tried to leave it for a Colonial. Went bad for a second. Now the Colonials with it. Rogerson. 3-on-2. Shot there. Goes wide. In front for Patneski. He can't get a shot off.
Knee-to-knee contact there on Patneski.
Cleared out. Patneski was not feeling well for a second, but Miller will grab it on the far end. 6:10 to go in the third.
It's good to see him get up on his own volition, able to skate back.
Colonials trying to get it out, kept in, and sent behind by Constantino. Long sends that one all the way up past Maraska. Newton fighting for it with Belly. Now Maraska into it. It'll bounce out to Newton. His shot goes in front for Lamago. Can't find his stick. Holtzman will send it down for an icing. If that whistles a second later, that's a defensive zone draw for the Colonials. Now it's an offensive zone as Miller covered it.
Got lucky there.
Bookman in on the draw as cleared out by the Bearcats. Rogerson back in his own zone, off the wall. Will try and find Spriegel out of his reach, though, and no icing. Spriegel lays a hip check behind the net as he gets that one on a quick angle, trying to catch Amatucci off guard. Motil with it. He'll send that one all the way across. Constantino drops it. Holtzman across for Radilla. Can't find his stick. Behind the net. Holtzman will try and send it out. Kept is Belly. It is blocked. Kasivi can't corral. Radilla across. Save made. Miller with the glove. Four minutes to go in the third period. Colonials will win the draw back. Cerrone gets it out just barely past Bergman. Dump attempt is intercepted, but too far for Rose, and now the Colonials back with it in their own zone. Shirilli up to Cerrone. He gets hit hard by Bergman. Back with it is Trice. Trice will move into the slot. His pass will go a little wild. Colonials with it. Rose around, tried to find Shirilli, and it'll go just out. Or kept just in. It's a long game.
Yeah. A lot's happened.
Tipped in by Bergman. Behind the net, Manolakis. He's still with it, pressured by both Cooper and Shirilli. Is sent around, and the Colonials will take it. Chipped in by Cerrone. 2:22 to go in the third period. Amatucci. He still gets cut in. As offside are the Bearcats. Trieger and Killen, it looks like, getting a little tangled up and going offsides.
Update on the Colonials. Wade Daniels is no longer on the bench.
So without an alternate captain for the final 2 minutes of this game, plus however long he was not on the bench. Lamago runs into a teammate as it bounced out to Rogerson. Almost turned over. Lamago keeps it, though. Lamago will cut in. Pass over. Tepsik. He winds, fire. Save made. Rebound. Almost going in off of Amatucci. Amatucci almost scored on Amatucci. Home run pass. Will be behind the net. And unable to corral it were the Bearcats. Rogerson up to Kloss. He'll chip it in the offensive zone. 1:10 to go. Bedick will send it over to Amatucci, who has it now. He's pressured by Kloss. Bedick will push that one up to Trieger. Pushing it around is Motil. He's in. Across. Save made by Miller.
What a save.
Alvin will be cleared down the ice over Amatucci, so no whistle.
That's a big confidence booster for Miller.
Definitely. Amatucci pressured by Spriegel and Vukman. It'll come out to Mattis. Still moving are the Bearcats. Drops it. Mattis sends it in. It'll go around. Kasivi up the wall. It'll go to Amatucci as he will circle back into his own zone. 4 seconds to go as the Colonials will fall this one 9-1 against the back-to-back former champions in the Bearcats.
Stays chippy to the end.
As the Bearcats end the streak of not winning on this ice. The Colonials, the D3 Colonials were undefeated against the Bearcats on home ice. They fall in this one by a large margin, 9-1. Just a lot of costly mistakes and turnovers leading to a big run for the Bearcats. It looked like it was going to be close for a while, especially after Vukman ties the game at 1 just 9 seconds after the Bearcats strike first. But after that, there was nothing. 8 unanswered after that moment for the Bearcats. And the Colonials will fall to 0-4 on the young season, 0-2 in divisional play. Definitely need to turn that around as we get closer toward, the end of the semester.
Yeah.
As the Colonials, I believe, I was about to guess where they play. They play tomorrow.
They do play tomorrow. They play Duquesne.
Against Duquesne. Definitely looking for a bounce back in
Yes.
that one against a Duquesne team that is, I believe, as of now 3-0, but they are playing right now against Cal. So that will be an interesting one for sure. That will be live streamed here tomorrow night at, what time was that tomorrow?
9:15.
9:15. As well tomorrow we will have an early game, 3:45. The women Colonials will take on Brockport again, who they are playing currently. As I quickly try and pull up the score, it is 3-1 right now in favor of the Colonials. They are up in the second period. But for tonight, the Colonials fall this one 9-1 to the reigning champion Bearcats. They will be back in action against Duquesne tomorrow night at 9:15, but our next time you will see us will be at 3:45 for Robert Morris versus Brockport for the women Colonials, as they look to, well, I can't determine if they're going to, try and go for 2 wins or try and split the series against Brockport, but as of now it's looking like they want to take 2 out of 2. But we will find that out tomorrow for Robert Morris and Brockport.